Greetings and welcome to Bellwright, a beautiful medieval survival game set in an open world where you explore, fight and build up a massive city, manage your companions and villagers, craft better gear and follow extensive stories to uncover mysteries and increase your reputation with local settlements. I've already covered the game when it came out, and with the latest massive update Maiden Voyage, it's time to jump back into it as it is introducing a brand new map to explore, full of content and lore. This is a sponsored video by Donkey Crew and Snail Games, and I like to show you hands-on gameplay of the early game first to catch up on mechanics, then of the new island with its stories. Don't forget to check out the link in the video description to learn more about it. Alrighty, and here we are now starting the game in the middle of nowhere basically, and that's us right now. Ferdinand, he's called, and yeah, he's got basically nothing on him except some clothes. And we want to search for answers, and we need to find someone that can help us with that. There is a chapter 1, Herndon, that we have here now as my story begins. And if we look a bit closer into the tower, we can also find a chest with some materials and some more story bits. Which also tells me the story of Bellwright, the caretaker of this bell tower, that has a duty to ensure that the bell atop this tower serves its purpose to warn the people of northern descent and neighboring villages of impending dangers. You can also see that Herndon is not far off, and there is also a quest for us, so this is probably my first target. And just look how beautiful it is. Warm weather it is when it's just so cold outside. Of course, on our way there, we should gather materials that we find, like flax, which is really important as one of my first crafting materials, together with some stone and stick. A little bit later, we arrive at the first village, Herndon, and here find Dobron Yorklin.
I think we need to talk, traveler. You're a new face around here, and new faces showing up rarely ends well for this village. I have a duty to my village first and foremost. I need to know who you are and why you came here.
I came to the lowlands looking for some answers.
Looking for answers, huh? In a perfect world, I could give you all the information you need, and you could be on your way.
Before he tells me more, we need to earn his trust, and for that I need to set up camp first. Let's go ahead and do this. This day is already coming to an end anyway. A little later, we find ourselves in the Green Hill Meadows, a perfect spot for a first smaller camp. I like this location a lot. We are pretty hidden from any kind of prying eyes, and also we got a mountain in the back of us. So we can open up our building menu and place the construction site of my first building, the personal shack. Let's find us a suitable location. The game also tells me that there's some good resources in the surrounding area. Makes it a very good spot for, something more. And with that out of the way, let's just rotate it a bit and place this one down somewhere over here. Very nice. And now, one of my favorite parts about this game is the building. So we have some resources, and we can now add the building parts ourselves over here whenever we have something available. And we do need some flax and some sticks to get this one here going. If you don't want to build everything individually, you can also go to one of those camps and place us down the remaining wood that we need. And with that, finish the construction. Getting our roof on that. Just hope that we have enough sticks with us. Go, there's one more. I think we left something outside. There it is. And with that, we got our very first building completed. This also gives me some renown in the area that we are in right now. It gives me a place to sit. So this is something I like. You get kind of like a set of buildings with that, right? Already equipped with a bed, with a chest that we can use, and also with a nice place to sit. So we're now in this area here that we claimed for us more or less, Oak Ridge it's called, and here we also have now the region of the lowlands with the capital of Herndon close by. So any kind of renown we earn now for this surrounding area here. So this game very much works with territories that we have now in the whole main island here, or main map that we have. And we can now build up something here, recruit companions, have them work here, and also go with us on adventures. Not gonna be so easy early on though. Of course, as you can see, we have unlocked a couple of more buildings now right away. An outhouse, for example. Also a workbench. It's my very next building, or well, structure that I would like to get going, where we can start crafting us a few things. So let's have this workbench right over here by, yeah, the rocks. Let's just see if we have everything to finish the job. We're looking for resources. We find this guy here, Lubomir. What are you doing here?
I'm hunting. I don't have time to talk with you right now.
That's a shame. Perhaps we can interact with him later. And there we have it. My next building, the workbench. And here we can now craft us the first tools that we are gonna need. One of them is an axe. We can cue this one in. We definitely should go for a club to protect ourselves and a torch for nighttime. This is something we can already finish. Very nice. And let's equip this one right away. The simple axe I will also want to finish shortly. After finishing everything, we now can build a research desk. Another thing that I would like to have probably right over here. And this is where we can then unlock new techs down the road. Let's have this one here. And this one requires now logs that we have then as well. So this is where the axe comes in. We can put it out and get the chopping. It's a simple life, for now. What I like is that the size of the item is shown in your inventory right away. Like, this is one piece of log now that we have. And after all of this, we can finish our research desk. There it is. And here we can now start researching, for example, the bloomery, smelting copper and tin. We can now start the production of weapons, our first shields, and also the village hall, a central hub for any village, and your first big milestone that unlocks more advanced buildings and starts your village. After so much work, we don't need a break. Let's go ahead and eat the grilled fish fillet. It's the next day, and we can finally talk to Dobron again.
Closer, you again.
Give me a chance to earn your trust.
I'll tell you what. We actually have one problem you can try to resolve. If you're willing, of course. It gets cold around here, especially close to the mountains. If we want to keep ourselves warm, we need fur for it. Rabbit or wolf pelts. But it's the traps, and the rabbit fur would be a bonus. Take care of that.
Alright, traps and rabbit furs. We could also speak with the hunter and try to get him back into that. And this is a main quest. There is a bunch of smaller quests now too that we can take up. And the main quest we always have now here with the gold letter. Talk to Amélie Feltois. Since this is a great opportunity of getting my reputation up with the village and earn our first companions, of course we're gonna go ahead and speak to Amélie. He tells me that the hunter is in the forest up the hill.
Perhaps bring a book so you have something to do while he rants at you.
Next we go to the hunter, and you probably guess who it is. Of course, it's the guy that is right beside my camp that we met earlier.
Shh. Did you hear that? Just what are you looking for? You don't look like the hunting type.
Elder Dobron sent me. He asked for the traps if you have them.
Ha.
Okay, he lacks the respect to show him
You're asking for Elder said no,
because he doesn't
and
get
actually
more
warned me
pay.
not to ask of you.
Seems like the village isn't wealthy enough to pay you though.
It's not about wealth. It's about the threat. The disrespect they've shown me. If you provide
Oh, he joins me
food.
when I provide shelter and food.
Lives easier in this land.
And we also get his skills right away, so he's got some cooking skills available there. He's also not that bad with animals, and he can even protect himself. And with that, we got our first companion now. That is Lubomir. He's not the happiest bunch, for sure. Alright, so he was just behind me, and that means we don't have to go that far. Let's just check it out what else he got. A small campfire. He probably wouldn't have lasted another week or so. Alright, now the fun part begins, because now we have a worker that can, work in my village. For that, however, we still need a housing tent. That is something we don't have, because I certainly don't want this guy to to sleep in my own personal shack. So a house we need to provide. And I'm gonna have this one over here by the bushes. There you go. And now, of course, once again, we need to provide some materials. And while I chop the wood for him, he watches. And yeah, protects me. We could also give him an order now that he moves somewhere, for example. That he's also charging the enemy or holding. And that he's just following me along. Quite the building. A bit smaller perhaps than my own. Right, and now we can manage the settlers and put him into this one. So he's the first resident here out of the 2 that can live in there. Next is the really funny part, and that is my settlement management. And here we do now have my buildings and structures that we have. And we got Lubomir here. And we can now turn him into a worker or something. And that he has a priority, right? So, for example, he should always go for some hunting. That would be a higher priority than, for example, the rest. And if there's nothing to hunt, for example, he could do some researching for us. We can also see that the village is growing, and that means the threat of raiders is increasing now. 3% it is right now. Once it reaches 100, we might get a raider attack. Lubomir himself can now be turned into a guard, either protecting my village, a companion that follows me around, or becoming a worker that does his chores. The thing is, he's gonna need food daily to keep his morale up. For this, we need to research now a desk or a trap at the desk that costs me some wooden flax, and then we wanna build it. This, however, costs me resources, and as you can see, he's now researching that trap. As long as the materials in our camp chest, he can do this. I should also add some berries so that he has something to eat. The trap has been finished researching by Lubomir, and I myself could craft it now. Since the primary focus of this game is to show the new update and the new islands that we want to explore, this is now, well, the village that I've jumped over 200 more days, as we have developed it into a, well, prosperous town that we can now access with lots of companions and villagers roaming around doing their life. Some of them are out there in the woods hunting and gathering wood and stick and ore. Others are cooking, others are researching, others are tending to the animals that we have to grow this village into a proper city. Right now my population is at 49 already. As you can see, most of them are then busy with prioritized work that we need to have a proper production of everything. We even have a smaller army ready for us to engage in combat. At least we can take them with us onto the battlefield if we choose so. Still in the same location, really south of Herndeen. Here we are, and we have now basically explored most of the map as we make our way to the docks. Alright, and here we are now in Halmare Isle, right at the docks. Just landed with our ship, a small ship that we built ourselves, and that brings us over to this new land. So I'm trying to start this with as minimal gear as possible. We only have a mace and axe, a shield, some basic armor, right? Nothing fancy or anything like that. In my inventory there's nothing except a hammer that we could use and a bow. That is also something. Some food. And with all of that we can start our new adventure and find out what this island is all about. We have some more materials in my ship, right, that we can also use, some bandages and some fine stew to get me some health regeneration, but outside of that, that's it. It's a fine day indeed. Right at docks here where we are, and we, well, gonna explore the place now. Let's have a quick look at the map. So this whole update brings a huge new island to this game that we can now explore with lots of points of interest, a very big main quest line, and also some great keeps. We can also, of course, as is usual with Bellwright, decide what we want to do. We can go for some adventuring, fighting, looting. We can also build up a city of our own and have people working in that for us. To pay taxes ultimately, I guess. Now let's just see. I can see a bubble at this building here. We're just gonna start exploring the place.
Don't get caught wondering.
Ah.
You'll regret it.
Small little village that we have right there. This is the tavern by the look of it. Let's just see. That's the guy. Matteo.
Welcome to the Sorwin's Cup. A safe place for everyone, no matter who you are. Ale, some drops of our finest wine. What does your soul desire?
Okay, so I need information.
I can, but you see nothing.
Okay, he wants some gold from us. 100.
You have pretty strong arguments, I must say. So what do you
Sure.
want to know?
So there is this Cook Berthold
You meant Viceroy of Cragkeep, Cook
that
Berthold.
we heard about.
Why would you need to find him? I see. You have some trade contracts to negotiate with him. Or you're one of Queen Ossine's soldiers. No, if you were one of them, you wouldn't need an answer on that. Well, you can find him in the Cragkeep on the other side of this island. But I honestly doubt he will have time to speak with you.
I will see about that.
Anything else?
The crack keep it is. So, do you need some help with something?
Looking for a job? I might have something for you. Looking at your armor and weapon, you know how to beat someone's ass. What do you think? Are you interested?
Okay.
I want to keep my tavern quiet and far away from Viceroy's attention. But there are 3 bastards that will ruin everything. I saw them pretty close to start a serious fight, and I don't want dead bodies on my grounds.
Okay, I will try and speak with them. These troublemakers. Okay, well there is one of those troublemakers. Let's have a look at him. Eric. Or Eirik.
What?
I heard you're causing a lot of fuss in the tavern.
Fuck. I'm not the one who is causing an issue. Ask this Halmare and Cassian my ass why they are so close to Cragkeep, armed. I'm just doing my duty, keeping them in line. And I see I should do the same to you.
Okay, I'm not looking for trouble.
I'm off duty. I can rest and be where the hell I want. Speaking of that, how do you feel about a little skirmish between us? No practice weapons, only blade and steel. Me against you. If you win, I will go away and leave these 2 alone. What do you say?
Alright. A duel it is. Let's go ahead and do this. I mean, we don't have the best weapons, but I should still be able to do something here. So we have a shield to block. Oh, he's got a spear to block, I see. That was a nice hit there. Oh, guess I missed. Ah, very good. And that we won. You should now leave.
Ouch! You hit me hard. You could have killed me. Deal is a deal. Take this. That's a good reward for winning that fight. I could come back with my squad and arrest you on the spot. But know that Falskar's soldiers always keep their word. In the name of the great Queen Ossine, I will let you enjoy your freedom. Farewell. See you in Cragkeep.
You there. And off he goes. So this was the troublemaker, and we learned something, that there's a faction war probably going on. At least hostile factions. Cragkeep seems to be the biggest place on this island. And we'll just see what comes out of that. Okay, there's another one here.
Oi, you there. What are you looking for?
I heard that you had some brawl with 2 people, Falskard and Halmare. Is that right? I can't just leave them alone.
I could, depending on what you offer.
Okay. Ask nicely.
They ain't worth my attention. I will tell you that. I have other things to do, and I have no more power to speak with these thieves. I don't want problems with Cutlass. I'll tell you what. Bring me my special bottle from my hidden stash, and I will leave.
Okay.
Go in the direction of a wooden bridge.
Okay, so find the Dole's Tear alcohol and bring it back to him.
The Falsgar used
And
to be
Dole's Tear alcohol is an alternative to gold on Halmare Island. So this is a special currency that we have now. And we can exchange this for other valuable items. Okay, so finding his hidden stash, he told us something about a wooden bridge or something. So let's venture out, and we do have a hidden stash over there. We can also put a waypoint on this one here, so we should be able to see it then on the map. We are perfect. And just go ahead and explore the place. We should also, of course, because I want to prepare also a smaller camp for us then, find us some resources on the way. Resources like stone that we can harvest. Hemp is great. We can gather fruits from trees like olive that we can use for oil production and cooking later. And also some sticks that we can create a first smaller camp for us. Okay, so next, this is the place, as far as I can see, where we should find something. Hidden stash. Doll's tier alcohol. That's it already. Nice. Let's just see what else we got here. An old chest with some coin. Salt and coin. Can use this one for cooking then too. Seems like there's a ship that rent wreckage. Ship wreckage that we can find. Looks like there's lots of coin here. Cannot pick it up though. Okay, so we could continue in this direction. There is a quest over there. But I'm gonna head back and bring him the Dolster alcohol.
What do you want?
So,
Did you
I found it.
I'm getting bored and might slice Halmayans or two. Let me see. Yes, good job. You came just in time. I will be leaving now.
Great.
A deal is a deal, Atlas. You won't regret it. Our crew will show you a new kind of fun. A real
Okay, so that's the
journey.
other
You
faction.
might earn some coins
The
and best
Cutlass.
of all, break a few jaws. Especially those High Lords from Cragkeep and a few Halmayans. You will find us in Opportunist's Bliss, but I won't direct you the way. Find it yourself.
Oh, very kind of
Till the
you.
next.
Okay, so now we have Dario Veleno still. There he is.
And who are you?
He's probably introducing us to the third faction now. They call me Bellwright. You must have heard of me.
Bellwright? Never heard of. Not yet.
So what's your
at least.
deal?
So what's your
I need
deal
you to stop
here,
fighting here in the
Bellwright?
tavern.
Do you need...
I'm not looking for trouble. It's my home.
Halmare Isle is the home of all Halmayans. I'm just protecting what's mine. But I understand why Matteo wants to get rid of us. Fine, I will leave. But you need to know what's the reason for the conflict.
Okay.
For years, we lived in peace without the need for an army. None dared to challenge us under King Rowan's watch. But when rebellion stirred in the heart of the kingdom, the king turned his gaze elsewhere. We were left defenseless. The Cassians came by sea, ships full of soldiers. With no warriors or weapons, we were overrun. Our pleas for help went unanswered. Many fled. Those left behind were enslaved, or worse, forced to join the invaders to survive. Those of us who escaped found our way back, only to find a new ruler on the throne, Queen Ossine and her Falgars. Now we are strangers in our own homeland, unwelcome, forgotten.
Okay,
and
that
cast
makes sense.
aside. Now you know. Visit me in our village, Rustshore. I will have some work for you. Farewell.
Okay, so he gave up without a fight. But he told us where we could go next. So let's go back to the innkeeper. We have resolved the conflict.
So, have you spoken to their
Yes,
mind?
they
I
split
hope
their
no
ways
blood
now.
was spilled. I only hope they don't return with lit torches to burn the port to the ground.
That shouldn't be happening.
I'd sooner watch it burn to ashes than let him fix his eye on my land.
Okay, so you mentioned that Berthel Cook is the viceroy of the Cragkeep.
Ha! He's in town, all right. Mostly holed up in his chambers. We hardly see him these days. Keeping himself safe from the Cassian and Halmayan clashes, I'd wager. Doesn't want to end up caught in the middle. You've got business with him, do you? Good luck with that. His guards don't let just anyone through. Takes steel and strength to open those castle doors. Or the key.
Okay, so when I
If you're
spoke
lucky
with
enough to
Cassian,
have it.
it seemed that there's a great fight going on. Shouldn't the viceroy and Falskar do something about it?
Oh, they won't, you see. And it's only my assumption from what I heard from folks here. It is really handy for the Falskars to have this war happening here. People are missing, and the city is thriving. More and more ships are coming and taking people from here in chains, to who knows where. War always brings wealth to those who instrument it. But as I said, it's only an assumption from rumors I hear. Anyway, thank you for your
Alright, thank you very much. Got some coin, Dolster alcohol now, and renown as well. Now we can meet them. I think we got the quest now for all of them. So, meeting the Halmayans, meeting the Cassians. So this is the journal here that we can also have a look at. The golden ones are main quests that we can follow along. Find more about the story of these lands. And we should also be able to see it now on the map. There we got them. So this has been the first episode of A Bellwright with the new update. We're now on the island exploring it and continuing our adventure, then going over that bridge to the first real village that we have to explore. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to leave a like behind, and Also, don't forget to check out the link in the video description to check out the game yourself.